What do Logan Paul, Jake Paul, a bunch of TikTokers and famous YouTubers, James Harden, the former NBA MVP, and a small cap penny stock have in common? They are all involved in a huge $100 million plus lawsuit that we're going to be breaking down in today's video. Anytime we have a collision involving the YouTube world, influencers, and penny stocks, you know we're going to be covering it on this channel. Do me one big favor before we get started, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to get 10 bucks free, you don't have to deposit any money. Click the link down in the description for SoFi. It's an all-in-one banking app. You can invest in stocks. You can keep a checking account, a savings account. You can refinance your student loans. You can buy a house. You can buy a car. You can literally do everything on SoFi. And if you use the link in the description, they're going to give you 10 bucks free. You don't need to deposit any money. All right, so this story starts a long time ago with the Paul brothers, Jake and Logan Paul. You may love them, you may hate them, you may think they're a little bit douchey like I do, but nobody can dispute that they are big-time influencers. They have a big audience. They have a huge draw. Money follows the Paul brothers. And they got involved in boxing a couple years ago. It started when Logan Paul started boxing KSI, another famous YouTuber, and these events were huge. They made tons of money from it. Jake Paul gets involved in boxing. He's actually kind of legit. He's like mid-level professional. He's a legit boxer. And he's been absolutely crushing it. You could say it's bad for the sport, good for the sport, doesn't matter. He's been crushing it, and he's fighting Tyrone Woodley. Logan Paul just boxed arguably the greatest boxer of all time in Floyd Mayweather. And he went the distance. It was just an exhibition, but he performed better than expectations. The Paul brothers have been cleaning out the bank with their boxing performances. So what happens next is you have leeches or vultures coming in, and they're going to try to copy the model. This Austin McBroom, he has a YouTube channel with a massive following as well, 20 million subscribers almost on the Ace Family YouTube channel. So he puts together this boxing match between famous YouTubers and famous TikTokers.
I'm here to rep TikTok. I'll be with a bunch of TikTokers ready to take on a bunch of YouTubers.
You know, YouTubers have a different mentality. TikTokers, I feel like, been around only for about a year or so. But we're gonna see who comes out on top.
I'll knock you out now and in the ring. How about you come over here and do some I feel like they're all washed up. I'm 21. I'm at my prime right now, buddy.
I got a lot of weight on my shoulders. I live for these moments. I'm really doing it for not only myself, but for my fans and my family. I'm looking for the first round knockout.
If you guys want to make some serious money, bet on me, because I am going to drop the out of a 30-year-old man come June 12th.
That's where a publicly traded company, a penny stock that we've covered here on this channel before, comes into play. The penny stock in question is LIVX is the ticker. LiveX Live Media is the company. They put on live streams. They put on live performances from musicians, live concerts, live stream. You want to live stream on a platform, you can pay and have LiveX Live stream it. So Austin McBroom and this Social Gloves performance that they're going to put on, they need somewhere to live stream their performance and run a pay-per-view type of stream. So if you want to watch it, you pay, I think it was around $60, and you get a ticket to the event, and you stream it from your TV or your computer via LiveX Live. Okay, so everything's going good. LiveX Media and Austin McBroom's company, SGP is the name of the company. They have partnered up. Austin McBroom tells LiveX Live that he is expecting to sell over 2 million tickets to this event. That includes TikTokers like Bryce Hall and some other losers, I don't know their names. All right, let's think about these numbers that Austin McBroom was saying that he thought this event was going to generate. He told LiveX Live he was expecting 2.2 million paying customers. If that did indeed happen, we have 2 million times, I think it was $50 a ticket, $60, doesn't matter. You're talking about a projected revenue just from pay-per-view streams of $100 million plus. So this kid was talking big numbers. Here is a copy of the lawsuit that basically says that Austin McBroom was going to be in charge of marketing the event. So LiveX Live was going to host it on their platform. They were going to collect revenue from pay-per-view. So each ticket sold, a certain amount would go to LiveX Live, a certain amount would go to Austin McBroom. LiveX Live states in the lawsuit that they told McBroom that in order to sell 2 million pay-per-view buys, it's just a massive number, and that they should probably tamper their expectations. Also, they say in the lawsuit that McBroom was basically an idiot with marketing and that he was not holding his end up based on the agreement for him to handle marketing, them handle the back of the house stuff. The event comes, they only sell 139,000 pay-per-view tickets, which is devastating because McBroom had promised these fighters upwards of $1 million each, some being paid over $5 million. Now these fighters are coming out and saying that they haven't gotten paid. McBroom's coming out saying that LiveX Live owes him money and that he's suing LiveX Live. And the way this looks to me is that LiveX Live did their job, and this YouTuber Austin McBroom, he promised these fighters, these TikTokers, a ton of money. Amount of money that he can never ever come to fruition and pay these kids. So he just wanted to put on this event. He scammed these kids out of the money that they were promised. He defamated LiveX Live, which is a publicly traded company, in turn hurting the stock price, and that's why LiveX Live is suing McBroom. They're saying, wait a second, we're a publicly traded company. You're lying. You're saying we did things that we really didn't do. We held our end of the bargain up. You're the one who failed to promote the product in the way that the contract specifies, so we're suing you for damages. And I think LiveX Live actually has some ground to stand on, but it also doesn't really matter because I don't think Austin McBroom, has the money to settle this lawsuit. It has been reported that he's even in brink of foreclosure and about to lose his $7 million home. All right, so what do I think about LiveX Live? I think it's a good stock, and I think it's trading at a discount. It's trading off of highs of $7 per share almost. Right now, it's trading at $3.47. I think it's a good buy. I think it's a company that is going to see growth based on the transition from consumers consuming their media via cable TV or traditional media outlets. Now you don't have to necessarily go to a concert. You can watch a concert on platforms like this. You don't have to go to the sporting event. You can watch it live on a platform like this. I like the concept, and it's trading at a cheap valuation. You're talking about a company that's worth today only $275 million. We've seen growth, and we're in an environment where continued growth is very plausible. Fun fact, James Harden also invested in this boxing event. He invested over $2 million and is suing to get his $2 million back. So even big shots like James Harden, they are out of luck as well right now and are suing to recoup what they lost from this Social Gloves boxing match. This kid, Austin McBroom, could have made a ton of money from an event like this. He cleaned up at the door. He did make some profit from selling tickets to the actual event to watch it live. However, he promised these fighters way too much money. He got way out in front of himself, and he's falling flat on his face, and he's probably going to end up losing a lawsuit over it. So, once again, the Paul brothers, you may love them, you may hate them, but they do business the right way. They've partnered with people who know what they're doing, whether that's Showtime or Jake Paul partnered with that Trilla Sporting or whatever it was. But they're partnering with people who know how to put on productions like this Social Gloves boxing event. It's kind of funny, and I think it actually shines a good light on LiveX Live, because any media, any attention like this, even if it's in a bad light, is good for such a small penny stock. They did nothing wrong. They put on the event like they said they would, and I think there's going to be more events like this happening in the future, and maybe LiveX Live will be a candidate to grow from this type of event. All right, that's going to wrap up the video. I thought it was an interesting story, a lot of drama surrounding it. We'll keep our eyes on any updates, and I'll be sure to bring them to you guys. I love all of you, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until next time, deuces.